Okay, here we are. Welcome to Necklace DIY and a little bit more kitchen alchemy. And this one maybe we should just make a segment called Will It Work? We have neat, original meat replacement mix. I have tried the crumbles with spaghetti and it worked really well. The only problem is when you put it in a container and microwave it at work, a day or two later it tends to get mushy. So it's probably best if you make minimal servings at a time and don't try to do that because it got kind of soggy. Hamburger doesn't do that, so it doesn't translate well to the microwave. Yes, I had my hair pulled up earlier in a really unusual looking kind of arrangement of knots. I had like a small ponytail and like a small chignon type knot in the back, and it looked pretty cool. But I wasn't planning on doing any videos today, but I don't have a lot to do because it's cloudy outside. We have no money until payday, and of course this is rent week, so we won't have any money to play with until the beginning of next month. That being said, let's dig in. Let me get a bowl, like I did when I did spaghetti, and we're going to see if we can make a mini meatloaf. It has recipe for burgers. It says, form meat into burgers, add veggies if you like, and cook in a non-stick skillet for approximately 3 minutes. But the recipe for meatballs says, form into balls and bake in the oven at 350 for 15 to 18 minutes. We're going to go with the meatball recipe. Let's get a bowl and get started. And we're back. I always surprise myself. Such a dork. Okay. This does have a Ziploc top, so it is resealable if you want to make small portions, but we're going to make a small meatloaf because this is my staycation and I need things to eat. I don't have a lot in the way of groceries right now. Okay, so we mix this with half a cup of water. Okay. It's over a cooking show. What I just did would not be a good idea. Okay, so pour in half a cup of water. And I'm going to have to go into the dishwasher. Alright, so we are going to stir this together like you would for meatballs. And it says it makes 4 servings, so these must be very small patties. Now, I like to put on top of my meatloaf is ketchup, so let's get some ketchup out. My apologies, it's not the healthy stuff, but it's affordable. And on my YouTube channel, we try to go with on a budget. So we'll take this, kind of the way you would with raw hamburger, and do it for the meatballs. We're just going to make a loaf out of this. Again, I'm not sure how this serves 4 people. I really don't. So we made this into a little loaf. I'm going to put it in the pan. I like to smush it flat when I'm using hamburger because if it's thicker, it takes a long time to cook. And I like the trick I learned from my late mother-in-law. Make a little trench. That way all the ketchupy goodness goes into the middle. And just put a little drizzles down the side. Okay. So now we're going to pop this into the oven. And it says 15 to 18 minutes. It is now... What time is it? 5:02. So 18 minutes. It'd be about 20 after, give or take. So we have that in the oven. And I don't think I could pause this for 20 minutes. washing my hands. Always a good thing to do. Wash them before and after. All right. So while we're letting that cook, I will come back later and show you a picture when it's done. I don't know what I'm going to serve it with. I already had a vegan tuna salad with the tuna, and this time I mixed the lemon pepper tuna with spicy beer mustard and veganese, and actually it tastes better, I think, than the traditional tuna salad with the pickle relish and the mayonnaise. Probably because the last time I didn't drain all the juice out of the tuna, so it was kind of runny. So I might try that again sometime and make sure it's drained. So this time I fully drained it and mixed it with the spicy beer mustard and veganese. Or follow your heart. Any of those plant-based mayonnaises will work. And it worked quite well because you got the lemon pepper. So the pepper mixes with the spices and the mustard, and that little bit of beer flavor gives it kind of a nice, different kind of pub kind of thing. It feels kind of like a pub sandwich if you were getting a, I don't know, tuna salad in a pub. It might taste like that. I don't know. I've never had a tuna salad in a pub. Just guessing. So give that a try. All right, we have that in the oven, baking. I will come back and show you a picture when it's finished. It's going to be, as I said, excuse me, if you're cooking for people, make sure you don't do that, and if you do, wash your hands. It's going to be a couple of weeks before we get the Coffin Club merchandise on my channel from Christian DeMortuis. He had hit a slight snag with the coffin trays. He's having to order them from Amazon, and it might take a while because he's got multiple packages he has to make for multiple members of his fan club. So that's going to take a little bit longer than expected. Again, once again, there's delays and delays, but that happens with small businesses and independent business owners. And I am so sorry. It's so unhygienic. Please forgive me. Sometimes they have delays, glitches, hiccups, things happen. So as soon as the package arrives, as always, I will make like a happy squirrel and unwrap the heck out of it. I have the table all set up as you saw on my Facebook. I have a lime green tablecloth that used to belong to my mom, and it works quite well with the purple and black Tim Burton looking chair that I painted. The purple and the green really play well together. It makes the purple pop like crazy. And I've got the bleeding skull candle on there. I've got my Kraken tiki with the plastic bag stuffed in it, and the new selfie stick I bought a little while ago. That's my camera rig. It works. All ready to go. And I do have a dress from H&M. It's not from the 1918 funeral collection. My apologies. I really wanted one, but they didn't have any of the ones that I want. Of the ones that I wanted, let me reword this. Of the ones that I wanted, they didn't have them in my size. If I have the money and the time to go back, I will see if they have one that I wanted in my size, and I will show you. At this point, since the dress isn't quite the collection that I was hoping I would be buying one from, I'm holding on to it and saving it for the Coffin Club box, and I'm going to probably, I don't know, maybe I'll have the big sun hat that I have that kind of reminds me of the one that Toxic Tears wears, only I'm not. So we'll see how I look in hat. My hair is shorter. I don't exactly have the world's smallest head, but my hair is usually quite full, and I've got most of it off because I've said before, because of my shoulders, especially this one, it's harder for me to do a lot with my hair. Sometimes when the weather's bad and it's just like, I have to for a while I was just literally having to do this with my arm to hold it up to try to comb my hair and put it up in a bun or put it in a ponytail or try to do things with it. So I decided to do something somewhere, it's like a shorter version of what Goblin Queen does, sort of a Viking kind of mohawk, not spiked, just combed back with the shortest possible on the sides, not bald, obviously, and do that. It's not as girly as I had, but I do put a bow in the back. That's just me. Who else but me would wear a mohawk with a bow? Why not? So, anyway, the hat looks rather funny on me, rather comical. It's huge. So, I might wear the garden hat with it. We'll see. Well, this video has been like 10 minutes. And I don't want to keep you rattling for 15 minutes to run out the clock. Unless I can think of things to say. Let's see. Check out my video where I put my new Gothmas tree. Don't worry, the chair was only slightly injured in the making of the video, and I'm perfectly okay. I feel sorry for the chair. It was not made to hold 160 pounds of stout individual. I have my red tree in the bedroom. And I'm going to be putting ornaments on that one that are smaller that I don't feel like putting on the black tree. I'm running into a bit of a snag. I got bored, so I started plugging in some of the lights because it's a pre-lit tree, so there are the male and female connections. So I took the purple lights and plugged them in the male end of the plug into the female end of the plugs on the tree. Unfortunately, there aren't enough plugs to plug in the orange lights, just the purple. So for right now, it's going to be purple and clear. If I can look in the Christmas section and get a male to female adapter, I might be able to put some more lights on it. If not, the orange ones will go on the red tree. And that'll be orange and red with cast off ornaments that I don't feel like putting on the larger tree. So we're going to have 2 trees this year. I don't have any other things ordered right now. I am planning on still getting 10th Kingdom Beard Company products because they were recommended by that metal guy in 1983. Obviously, I don't have a beard, but he did say the hair products, some of the products work well on hair, so I'm going to try them on my hair. And there are a few things that his wife liked, like lip balm and things like that. So I'm going to play around with that and see what I can order and give you a review of that, or at least an unboxing and eventually a review. I do need to do a review on the Dr. Squatch soaps. I've tried 2 of the 3 so far that I bought. I did the Groomed Squatch Beach collection. I did a review on my channel for the shampoo and conditioner, and so far I've tried the Grapefruit IPA and the Nautical Sage, and I'm going to wait until I have the 3rd one tried, and then I'm going to give you a brief overview of all 3 soaps and let you know which ones I liked the best so far. Just give you a little sneak preview. The grapefruit has I love the fresh aroma and the way it smells when you lather it up, but the scent it's not a lingering scent. It doesn't stay with you. It goes away too quickly. The sage has a stronger scent. You go in the bathroom, you can smell the sage. It smells lovely, and when you put it on your skin, it smells more like sage. A little bit long. The scent lasts a little bit longer than the grapefruit, although the overall scent of the grapefruit I like because it's a light, fruity, citrusy beer kind of a beachy kind of summery kind of smell. And the bay rum, I haven't tried Dr. Squatch's take on bay rum yet. Unless the video has disappeared, I should have reviews of slab soap. Check my channel, see if the slab soap review is still there. I did a review there of the bay rum that they had, and also the charcoal, and there might have been another one. So take a look in my channel and see if it's still there. I've been running my channel for like 3 years. I'm only finding like 2 years worth of videos. So if the slab soap was during my first year, it may or may not be there. So I might have to start thinking about revisiting some of the other products that I tried for newer viewers, because they won't get to see them if that whole first year has dropped off of my thing, because I do everything on my phone. I use the YouTube app. I don't have it on my computer. So I'm not sure, again, like I said, how long they archive. Well, that being said, it's been 15 minutes. The meatloaf was only supposed to be 15 minutes because the meatballs are 15 minutes. Let's take a look and see if our meatloaf is done. Ow. It seems to be. Let's see how it... Let me see if I can tilt the camera this time so I'm not tilting, or maybe I can just tilt the meatloaf if I'm careful. Presentation-wise, ta-da, it looks like a meatloaf. But will it slice like a meatloaf? Just going to leave that on just in case we need to put it back on. So, let's... hold on to this with a towel. Take a small slice. Get a fork. And let's see. Ooh! Okay, let's try this again. It looks like meatloaf. But does it taste like meatloaf? Let's get some more ketchup on it. Definitely does not taste like meatloaf. And it tastes like alfalfa sprouts, which is not bad because I like alfalfa sprouts. And the texture is more moist, obviously, than a meatloaf. And it doesn't have the mouthfeel of a meatloaf either. The presentation, it looks like meatloaf, but it does not taste like meatloaf, so don't expect it to taste like meat. I'm going to put this back in the oven and let it dry out a little bit more. So there you have it. My take on the neat original flavor. It looks like a meatloaf. If you did the meatballs, it'd be the same thing. They would look like meatballs, but they don't taste like meatballs. I would suggest if you do the meatballs, I use the Italian flavor. Those would make better meatballs and put them in sauce. But I would make sure that they're dry enough. And again, like I said, it doesn't translate well to taking it to work and microwaving it because you want the lid on, lid on it loosely when you put it in the microwave, just in case you have a lot of sauce or something, so you don't want it to splatter. It does tend to get soggy. So it doesn't make good leftovers. And the Italian flavor tastes a little bit more spicy. Well, obviously, you can't taste the plants. You taste more of the oregano and I can't think right now. Everything that you put in Italian seasoning. Rosemary, oregano, all of the other